Dear friends, today I would like to talk about ego. Like, is ego really a bad thing? As people say that one should not have ego or one should control their ego because ego is going to affect your life in a very bad manner. So, first of all, I would like to explain what I think as ego, what I believe is ego. So, ego means I. So there are some words like egocentric, that means that coming from the word I, that person thinks that he is the center, he is the most important person. So basically ego means I. So now I will explain like what I really believe, and I am not saying that you are wrong or you are right. Whatever you think is your opinion. I am just telling my opinion, and I am saying that ego plays a very important role in the life of person. The I plays a very important role. If you will remove the I, then you will see, you will notice that you will have no motivation now. You don't want to do anything, because if you will say, I want to become the best singer, I want to become an actor. So, who wants to become? I. And what is I? I is an ego. If you remove this ego, then who wants to become an actor? No one. Who wants to become a singer? No one. So ego is not a bad thing, but it is like people talk about ego like it's a very bad thing. So what I want to say is, if something is in limits, it's really not a bad thing. If you say you want to become the best, you are the best, it is not a bad thing. Until and unless you are genuinely the best, you are really doing good in your field, or you are trying to do good, and you are not in any kind of illusions like considering yourself the best, but in the reality you are not the best. So what I'm saying is, if you are genuinely trying to be best, that is good. But if you, now what is the wrong thing about ego? What makes ego a bad thing? If you say that I am only the best, this only will create problems for you. If you will say that you are the only person who deserves the quality, like why you are the only, this is something which will make you not very wise person, because it's okay that you deserve respect and love. That's good. If you say I deserve respect and love, that's good. Even though there is ego, because there is I in this statement, in this sentence, so there is ego, but this is not a bad ego. But if you say only I deserve the love and respect, that only, now that has become very dangerous. So you have to work only in this area. Like, you don't have to think like you are the only one, only best person. Because if you will consider yourself the only, then it means you are not just egoistical person. Like, your ego, you are not just into your ego, you are basically making your ego as super ego or very strong ego. Like, it's not a normal or harmless or a normal kind of ego, it is dangerous ego, that you cannot tolerate some other person, you cannot tolerate some other person doing best or being good the way you are. Means you don't like other person to get respected the way you want to get respect. So this ego and arrogance, sometimes people also confuse with arrogance also. Ego is basically something, if you will look out for the word, then you will find that ego means when people are thinking about themselves like they are the best, they are the only best. And arrogance means when people are basically trying to compare with others and trying to show others that they are the best. So ego is something when you are basically convinced that you are the only best, and in arrogance you are telling others that you are the best. So this is basically, this is a very very small difference. It doesn't make a difference, but the thing is that if you will think you are doing good in your life, you are good, it is very normal. But if you will have this emotion that others are just less than you, smaller than you, then these things are really going to make your life difficult. And this is the only thing which I wanted to explain, that every person needs love and respect. It is not a want, it is a need. And likewise you also need. And other person, you are not different than others. Everyone is unique person, everyone is special in their own way. So you should not think that someone is bigger than you or lesser than you. You can say, yes, I'm a unique person, but you should not say I am the only unique person, because this is going to make you separate from others in a group emotionally, and you will feel so lonely. Because if you will say yourself, if you will convince yourself, if you will talk to yourself that you are special and you are only special, then you will feel extreme difficulty in talking to others, and you will feel very lonely in your life. You will have no friends. And there are emotional needs of person, emotional needs of soul and spirit. You need others. You need others. Why? Because you need love. You need respect. Likewise, others also needs you. They need you emotionally. They want friends. Do you think will life be very interesting if we have no friends? If we have no one to talk, do you think that life will be very interesting? Or do you know that those people who think that they can be very good if they don't have any friends, do you know what kind of life they live? Most of them are suffering from depression. Even if you say yourself that you are an introvert, even then you want someone who, even one or two person who thinks like you, who understands you. Because you will feel like you are not alone, you have someone to talk. Because this is basically the feature of person. People are not independent completely emotionally. People are dependent emotionally to each other. This is why relationships came into the existence in every country. In every country, every person wants to be in a relationship. And if that relationship fail, again after some time, they feel the need that they should be in a relationship where other person can understand them. So relationships is a strong proof, evidence that people are not emotionally independent. They want some kind of emotional love. They want to give also, they want to take love also. They want to give respect and take respect, and it makes you feel good. So if you will have super ego or bad ego, I will say, if you think you are the best, it's a good ego. If you think you are only the best, then it's a bad ego. And ego is going to make your life very difficult. It will make you alone. You will feel depressed, and lots of mental disorders you are inviting. You are inviting by doing these things. Mental disorders will come in your life. So this is basically need of emotions. This is your emotional need. You need friends who can understand you, who can love you. So basically, ego is not a bad thing if ego is in limits. Nothing is bad if that is in limits. This is all I wanted to say. Thank you.